I wanted to talk to you about your art background. Do you have a fine art background?
No,
Right.
I'm completely self-taught. Like I never actually studied anything art related.
Really? So who are some of your influences in your style?
Like main guys like Brom is
Oh yeah.
one of the Fraseda. All the big fantasy guys.
Yeah, like
Like
Conan the Barbarian and all that, yeah?
yeah.
The old ones, yeah, that's awesome, actually. What was your style before this style? Have you always drawn in this particular way?
I think the subject matter has always been more or less the same.
Yeah.
Like creepy shit.
Yeah, I
Like
get a little
Hollywood
bit of
Brown.
a. Do you ever find yourself resonating with like, let's say maybe like From Software game titles? I see in video games there's a lot of this very like gothic kind of horror
Not
style.
at all. Never heard of it. Yeah, that's huge. Main source for inspiration for the past I don't know 5 or so years.
And so talk me through the new art book. It's called Age of Rot.
Yeah, that's the sort of like a lore book of my world that I have created. It's a bit of it's more like an art book. Like you can just flip it through and look at the pictures. It's a bit of like a dark fantasy word salad. It's not that
Did you have a sort of idea that they were going to end up in a book? So you were making art that would fit, within a book? Or were they just random things that later you compiled together?
I mean, there was a lot of stuff that I had like ready for the book. Like I never thought that I would ever do a project like that.
Yeah.
But it fit perfect, and the story was gonna be based in that world anyway. So it sort of worked really well.
Did you release it with, is it a publishing company called Hollow Press? Is that the one?
Yeah.
And so how did you meet them? Did they come in contact with you?
They actually contacted me asking if I want to make a sort of like a Vermis style book, and I was, that was an easy yes.
Of course. That's awesome. And so were you putting your art out for a long time before people were starting to reach out to you? Like how long did it take before your Instagram got to where it is now in terms of attention and followers?
I guess it's been like 3-4 years. 3 years, I guess.
Right. Okay.
I mean, I had the same account back from like 2012 or something, like, and I always had the same username. Like I wasn't really like posting like sketches mostly.
Was there like, when did you find that you were getting traction on your artwork? Was there like one specific post, or was it like a period of time where you just noticed it? Like, was there anything that you think you drew and you were like, wow, I'm getting an audience through this, or they found me through this?
I sort of took a long break from anything like drawing related, and then maybe 3 or 4 years ago I was thinking that I could maybe become a tattoo artist.
Cool.
So I could quit my construction job, and it sort of started from there. And it quite quickly started like getting traction, like the stuff I was doing. Like it was sort of.
Did you
like
quit your construction job like before you were posting, or was it at a certain point that you realized that you could probably just quit, I guess, make a living as an artist?
Like 2 years ago, I was my like last summer working in construction.
Right.
Yeah, not last summer, but that summer before. So 2 years ago, more or less.
Right. And is there anything in that field that ties into what you do now? Is there anything that you learned in construction that appears in Age of Rot?
There has to be something, but
maybe your colleagues represented in the creatures.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah, I'm sure there's like some really, crazy looking, like fat, grotesque, like bloated looking dudes. Like you can find a bunch of those in construction.
Right. And you're based in Finland, is that correct?
Yes.
And you've always lived there?
Yeah, always lived here.
And do you find that the atmosphere and the vibe of Finland, does it get represented in your story? Is the world that the characters take place in based off of Finland in any way?
I think so. I would like to think so, at least. Like, I don't do that many, like I mostly do characters. There's not much like landscapes or backgrounds like that, but I sort of imagine it's something like, when I think about the fate, nature is, Finnish.
Yeah.
Joonas, I got a quick question as well. You were just talking about tattoo. Has anyone ever got a tattoo of your artwork, or can you sell? Like, yeah, has that been done?
Is that something? Hundreds.
Hundreds.
I've gotten so many
Wow.
pictures like
Yeah.
that started like very early.
Which like character or piece is the most popular for tattoos?
I think the Chester characters,
Yeah.
I still get those like people, and there's a lot of variation of the skill of the artist. So there's some very funny ones.
Oh, really? Where they kind of go slightly off your style a bit too much, maybe.
Yeah, like it would be really mean to share with people, but it's tempting. Like there's some very crooked eye looking Chester kids.
What's the character with like the big bug eyes? The big iconic one with like the orange giant eyes. What's that character called?
Oh, that's the. I should maybe know this. Night Watcher.
I think so. Yeah. What's the origins of that character?
I have no idea. I haven't really written anything about this character, and it's actually fun. I tried to redraw the character with my current style, which is a bit more polished, and it just didn't look good. So I'm just gonna leave it as it is. Like you can decide what he's up to.
Cool. That's awesome. Can we expect to see a graphic novel anytime soon?
I've been thinking about it, but it's so fucking difficult. Like it's almost I don't get how people do that.
Yeah, do you need that team really for a graphic novel? I kind of know how the process works. Yeah, like you said, you're more of a character artist, so maybe you need like a background artist as well to help with that.
Yeah, but that's what I've been practicing now lately, like on my off time. Basically just drawing a lot of buildings and practicing perspective and all this fun stuff. Like it's just now like starting to get fun because I sort of put it off for the longest time, so it felt really difficult to start it. It felt like a huge hurdle, but now I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I think I saw one of your drawings of your buildings. I did a bit of a stalk of your Reddit. I think I saw there was a Reddit r/echoes of flesh.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's that about? I saw there's some world building collaboration project that you're working on with another fellow artist.
Yeah, it's a bit of a mystery project still, and I kind of want to keep it that way. But
okay, cool.
Yeah, it's a nice break from the sort of like dark fantasy stuff, like moving a bit more.
Yeah, good. It'd be good content for a video game, honestly, I think.
Yeah, you have one that shows like a computer like loading, right? Like it's like a concept piece of like a fake video game that never got made. Is that a thing that's on your Instagram somewhere?
Yeah, there's I made like one fake screenshot that looks like Dark Souls or something.
Yeah.
I think there's some of the pro.
Yeah, it's a mixture of RuneScape. It reminds me of do you know the game Hilux? That kind of like claymation fantasy kind of.
Oh yeah.
It gave me those kinds of vibes. I was wondering, can we expect to see a sort of mixed media game with your art in it?
I would love that if someone makes that happen, like for sure. I guess that is the ultimate dream, to see it as real video game.
Are you a big video game fan?
I guess so. I maybe sort of mediocre normie fan. I don't really play too much video games.
Yeah, what's your favorites? Would you say like favorite RPGs?
If he plays RPGs.
Yeah. Or any game. Or horror games as well. And there's a lot of good indie horror games as well that have a similar style.
I don't think in the past 5 years I have only played Dark Souls 1 and 3 and Bloodborne.
That checks out.
No Elden Ring? Haven't played Elden Ring?
No, must be really surprising. I actually just started Elden Ring, but
cool.
I just find it very tedious to play somehow. I don't like the open world aspect so much, but it's cool. A lot of cool enemies.
Have you ever been commissioned by game studios to make concept art?
I mean, some very small studios, but it never quite worked out. Like the money wasn't exactly there for the amount of work. But yeah, it's something I could see myself doing at some point.
Have you ever used your style as a graphic designer as well? Or has it always been towards the things that you make for yourself?
You mean the graphic design? I have no idea about graphic design.
Yeah.
That is not my field.
That's cool.
Graphic novel, yes. Graphic design, no.
Yeah. So,
no,
so what's the art scene like in Finland? Is it easy to make a living as an artist over there?
I have no idea. Like most of my clients are from States.
Right.
Like it's sort of easy for me because I just basically send digital files to people. So I have had very little or few Finnish clients. But
yeah, have you ever done anything like in person, like a pop-up store? I've noticed that I've gone to here in Melbourne. They had Comic-Con on, and a lot of artists make a bunch of, they put a lot of artwork on different things and they sell it at a booth. I remember seeing a guy, he had a calendar of his own artwork. So every month it had, but he had caricatures of like already of his own properties. But it was really cool. Like I feel like with your artwork, I actually love to get a calendar. That would be something that I
actually would be pretty sick. Yeah. Every month a different character.
Yeah, if I was smart, I would, do a lot of that stuff.
Yeah, right.
I mean, T-shirts, cool. That's an obvious one, but I'm a bit lazy, and I'm, making myself and my family suffer from it. And then make just enough.
We're all the same.
So in terms of the stuff that you do have for sale, you sell sketches, right? Like original sketches online, I think? Okay.
Through the HoloPress website, there's, I don't know if there's any available anymore, but they used to be at some point. Like they sort of helped me sell my original artwork.
Yeah.
Like that was with the book release.
Have you ever thought about working with like fine art services to get into galleries?
Yeah. And I've been also asked a couple of times, but I'm not sure if I got back to anyone.
I get the vibe.
Yeah. Also, the thing is that I mostly work digital nowadays, which kind of sucks because I don't have the original pieces to sell, because that's, again, like that can be like okay money. But I have a bunch of sketches, like I still sketch on paper.
Yeah.
That's like a must thing for me.
That's true, actually. I've struggled as well. I do drawings initially by hand, but the final project is done on Adobe, vectorized. And I generally like can't exhibit originals. The only thing I can exhibit is prints because the originals look like shit. So I have a similar issue, and I haven't been able to resolve that myself. But that's cool though. I saw recently, if you don't mind discussing this, you showed there was a few people who were wondering about AI, right? And I think people do this because people see something that looks too good now. And when you see something that looks too good, it's a compliment to your art. But it's just like they assume immediately, a human couldn't have made this. It's impossible, which is kind of scary that's how we value things now. But you had to actually, you proved, right? You literally just went out and showed them the initial sketches and was like, yeah, shut up.
Yeah. But even that is not like a proof to everyone. There's still a couple of people like
who are still skeptic about it.
Yeah, but I used AI to sort of enhance the sketch or the sort of unfinished piece or something like that.
Yeah, that's so unfortunate. I can imagine how frustrating that would be for you, right? Being like spending how long do you spend on these pieces as well?
It depends a lot, but I would say good estimate is like 8-10 hours.
Yeah, man, that's a long time per piece, and like to do 10 hours or something, and they just go, "Oh, a robot did it."
Yeah, AI is much faster. I should think about it.
But it doesn't have that same feel. I think, to your credit, your pieces have a very the only thing I can compare it to is, I don't know if you've watched Rob Zombie movies before. If you've ever watched House of a Thousand Corpses, but your it's like the Grindhouse grunge kind of effect that your drawings have. AI doesn't have that effect. AI has more of an ick. You're kind of just like, oh, gross. There's a lot of humanity in yours, even if it is quite nightmarish and scary at times.
Yeah, I would like to think so. I put a lot in it. Like I sort of feel like it has like a weird warmth or wholesomeness.
Yeah. For sure. I guess the juxtaposition of the young adults, right? Like the teenagers, and then their more grotesque counterparts is kind of cool. Yeah. The light and the dark. It is interesting, those different kind of like are those, so when you post like what's the main character called in one of the stories, the 16-year-old girl?
Emily.
With like Emily, and then there's like a character behind her is that her alter ego of sorts?
No, it's just it's going to be one of the enemies or the bosses of the game. I mean, there's a direct connection between the characters, but it's not like a alter ego or. I forget what is the anime that people refer all the time with the character.
Oh, where they like turn into a different version of themselves.
Yeah, they call it a stance or something.
Stands. So that's JoJo, I think.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah,
another one.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Yeah.
right.
Or their like ultimate form. Yeah, like the final smash transformer. Yeah.
You
So
do you do see that a lot in fantasy. It's like your ultimate being. And I guess I guess that was my initial interpretation when I saw the artworks, because a lot of my friends follow your account as well. And I was like, wow, like the lightness of these characters just gets, corrupted and they just turn into these grotesque beings. But it's obvious that's not the case from what you said now.
Yeah, I should maybe do some rewriting, but
Nah, it looks
I don't
good.
know. I don't think I'm gonna do it.
And in terms of framing those two different characters in the same painting, are they both done at the same time, or does it just happen to mash up? Like, are you conceptualizing both of them in that frame?
Yeah, the first three characters when did I do those? I guess in December or something. I didn't really think I was gonna start any kind of like new bigger project. I just felt like doing some like crunchy survival horror character
Yeah.
design stuff. Like that was the only thought behind that, and then it sort of grew to me also that I wanna maybe expand and explore the characters a bit more. But the initial idea was to just make something really cool.
Yeah. No, it's great. How do you unwind after all this when you're spending 8 hours in these worlds? And I guess playing Dark Souls is also pretty hectic. What do you do to kind of relax? Do you like have a, a favorite TV show or a bubble bath or something that you do to chill? Because like I would assume do you get nightmares? Like
do you see these drawings in your consciousness or
No, not the characters, but I guess the nightmares are more about like real life stuff.
Yeah.
Like, it's actually scary, not the not the
Do you
monsters.
think real life is scarier than the world that these characters inhabit?
Yeah, I mean, for real, like there's the element of what is the word, like escapism, something like that.
Yeah.
When I draw and sketch, so it's like very safe space for me to sort of exist, and that's also what I do on my downtime. Like that's what I like to do. I like to sketch. I like to have a couple of beers. Like that's I don't really need much.
Yeah, we were gonna have some beers today, but we decided against it. I didn't like the person who was working at the bar, so I didn't buy anything.
Oh, that's because you used to work, or you worked there for one shift.
Yeah, I worked there for one shift, but it's not relevant. When you are drawing, are you drawing to music?
Sometimes, maybe not that often anymore. I watch all kinds of crap rather than listen to music. It's somehow I don't know why. Like I watch a lot of like YouTube drama and
While you're drawing,
shitty podcasts and
yeah, we know all about those. Yeah,
that's a fourth wall break.
Yeah, that's awesome. Actually, that's cool. Because I've seen you post a few times boards of Canada when you post your artwork on Instagram, and that's really cool. It's cool to see somebody respect that group, because I don't know anyone that talks about boards of Canada here, except for my instructor from uni like 3 years ago. Yeah. Are you a big fan of electronic music?
Big fan. I wouldn't maybe call myself a big fan, but yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I like about that also.
Yeah, because I see you post on your story like that you go to gigs a fair bit, right, over there.
I try to whenever I get a chance. I don't know. There's not too many good gigs around in Tampere. I usually would have to travel to Helsinki, which is maybe 2-3 hours with a train, but I try to go. I used to go a lot.
Do people recognize you when you go out to shows? Are you like
no?
Are you? Do you?
No one.
I should have asked you this before. Are you technically anonymous in terms of how you like pass yourself out? Like, do people know what you look like in general?
I guess most people don't really. I don't post my face anywhere, but it's not even. I'm not trying to hide it, but I don't really care either.
So you don't mind, but you're not going out of your way to plug your face, basically. Like,
no, I mean, if I would post a selfie, like even if I got a bit tipsy or something like that, would be the end of the world for me. I would hate myself so much for that. Like we don't do stuff like that.
Yeah, I thought we got a face reveal. I was like, this is huge for the pod.
Yeah. I was expecting it with like the V for Vendetta mask or something like that, but no, here you are.
Yeah, I was thinking about it. I had bought a cool, like very cheap looking Frankenstein.
That would have
Still
been
not
awesome,
inside.
actually, if you did the whole thing in a Frankenstein
I wanted
mask.
to have the coffee also. So
True. We appreciate the sacrifice. That's awesome, though. So, what kind of stuff do you do outside of drawing?
a lot of time goes to the kids. I have 2 kids also.
Right.
I used to play the guitar. I still play sometimes, but I don't really have too much time for that anymore.
Do you show your kids the art that you make?
Yeah,
And like,
I think they like it.
how old are they, if you don't mind me?
3 and 8.
Doing that. Damn. I guess, yeah, it's weird because like I've interviewed artists who are quite gory on this show, who have a lot of trouble on Instagram because of the algorithm. It doesn't really like blood. Well, it likes human blood, but it doesn't like cartoon blood. And I guess your one is interesting because it implies a lot, it's like there's a lot in the implication of these images, but there's no actual, I think there's only maybe a few of them, which is like actual gore. Like I'm thinking of the one where the guy gets like a mace. It's like an orc and he gets a mace to the eye. And that one's, I don't know if you've shown your kids that one. Probably. Maybe.
Yeah, I think that's in all of it.
Damn. Do they draw too?
Yeah, not like as fanatically as I did as a kid, but they enjoyed that also.
Do they also have a little bit of a dark tone to their drawings as well?
Not yet, but I try to sort of push it a bit.
Let the demons out early, I think. It's smart.
Yeah, it's like the opposite of what people usually do in parenting.
Yeah, but I have to draw, a lot of unicorns and stuff like that also. I don't really post it, but
yeah.
maybe I could.
Because I haven't seen any unicorns in your style yet. I can only imagine what that would look like, but that would be wild.
Damn, got me thinking.
Cool. That's awesome, man. I'm trying to think what else because I have to move my car in like 10 minutes. So, do you have any like favorite horror movies that you like?
It's not really I can think of a horror movie while I explain this, but I mean, Ninth Gate is still like my favorite movie. It's not really a horror movie, but kind of.
What's it called?
You guys seen it? Ninth Gate.
Oh,
Ninth Gate. No.
It's a Roman Polanski movie. It's
True. I've
never
heard
really
of this movie.
like mystery.
the name is familiar. Yeah. Oh, whoa.
With Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen this at like back when we had video stores. I've seen this image before. That's weird. I've never heard of this fucking movie in my entire life. I mean, it's about the devil. That checks out.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I mean, Polanski, obviously, not a very popular director at the moment. Nor will he ever be. He's a bad man.
Yeah.
What would you have done if you didn't pursue this career path? Would you have stayed in construction or?
Yeah, I guess most likely. I'm not really that good at anything else, so it's either this or painting walls.
True.
You could just secretly graffiti your artwork during the construction. It's just like if some kid later decides to climb in the building, they just walk into this room.
Well, I used to do that. I used to work. I don't even know if I can say this, but I used to work at Office Works. I don't know if you guys have that over there in Finland. It's like a textile store. You buy, pens and chairs and all this other shit. And I used to draw. They had so many boxes where everything was really high up. And I'm really tall, so I would graffiti, not graffiti. I would grab a marker and start doing drawings and shit like that. And all the employees would start adding to each drawing, like the Exquisite Corpse game, the art game.
Yeah.
Basically doing that over there. So then people get really pissed off when I quit. And then the whole, fucking upper area is covered in drawings and shit. So actually pretty similar to what you said. That's awesome, man. Do you have any plans to ever come to Australia? Have you ever come here before?
No, I would love to. There's I don't know, I don't have a good reason for it really. There's a lot of good bands from Australia.
Which ones do you like?
I guess King Gizzard is the most obvious.
You're a Gizzard fan.
Obvious one.
Yeah, that's one. That's cool. What's your favorite King Gizzard record?
It has to be, I guess, most fun to listen to, or like a deserted island scenario. I would take Non-Agony Infinity.
Yeah. Honestly, I agree.
Yeah, you see that or Murder of the Universe.
Yeah, that's also a really good one. That whole era was like my favorite for me of King Gizzard.
Yeah.
Like the is it Nuclear?
16, 17.
Yeah, like Nuclear Fusion and stuff like that. That was when I was like super into them, and they were running their own festivals here as well. So it was like a really good time for independent music. Yeah, but they're huge. I would argue that they're probably I mean, there's like Tame Impala. There's like AC/DC, Tame Impala, King Gizzard. And that's probably, and then like local bands, and then garage bands. And that's probably the way it goes. I'm trying to think of sort of things that I would know from Finland that I should know in terms of big musical pioneers. What's like the biggest act over there, music-wise, in history, would you say?
Bunch of metal bands that are from Finland, but it's maybe not. There's Nightwish.
Nightwish.
That's big. Like, I'm trying to think of ones that are big, like globally.
Like same era as like Dark Throne? Like we're talking like original. Like,
no, that's more like a sort of melodic, almost like opera-esque.
All right.
Like very shitty, like Wolf Shirt.
Oh yeah.
Listening music. There's him, Ville Valo.
Oh yeah, I actually do that because I watched a band Margera on my YouTube.
Yeah.
He's a big fan of him. Do you know the band Him?
No, I couldn't name their songs, but
pretty interesting stuff. That he was such a huge fan of that particular band. I didn't know they were Finnish.
Yeah, that was a bit much. Like trying to think back now, like 20 years ago, that you have a buddy who's such a huge friend of you that he gets the same tattoos.
Oh, true.
And no one is saying, like Bam got the same. Did he get the same sleeve? No, he got the.
As the lead singer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like very cringy, like looking back now.
Yeah.
Fanboying so hard.
It's a sick like little documentary that you should check out. It's on YouTube.
What's it called?
It's like a Him. The band's called Him documentary.
Oh, they should have a Him showing, like the Talking Heads showing that we went to.
Yeah, I don't think Him's as big here. I think I might be the only person that knows about that one reference.
I think it's big in like, Germany, and
yeah.
I don't even know if that's big in States, but they have bands all over the world.
And have you found that like as a creative in Finland that the rest of Europe is quite accepting to the things that you make? Is it quite easy to transcend to other places that are nearby? Because obviously you said you get your work out to the States a lot, but is it the same with like the Netherlands or other places around where you are?
Yeah, like it's a bit random, I guess. But when I look at my statistics, like most of my followers are from States, so it makes sense that the clients are from there also.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of why that is. What particular reason that Americans gravitate towards the art? Maybe they grew up with R.L. Stein a lot,
Goosebumps.
Yeah, Goosebumps. I'm not saying that. Look, the Goosebumps artwork is really great, the actual cover art for that, but it's not the same. But there is an element of that kind of, there's the young adult kind of aspect to it. Only young adult in the sense that the characters are young adults and they're going on a quest to like a nightmare world. Because, when I found out that the character was 16, I was like, holy shit. She's going to see some shit. It's probably not intended for a 16-year-old.
Yeah, I actually watched my first Goosebumps episode like last week. Like we didn't really have that in Finland.
Really?
So there's a bunch of stuff that I'm learning, like just now.
Which Goosebumps episode was it?
I don't remember.
The one where they steal your memory. Yeah.
There was a kid with a flashlight.
Oh, it's a classic one. I think the book. Yeah, I've never seen the show.
The one with the flash.
I don't know what happens. I just know he has a flashlight.
I remember when I was a kid. I'm from Argentina, and I would go back home to Argentina every like few summers. And I remember watching an episode with this. It's the scariest shit I've ever seen to date. It's scarier than Talk to Me. It's scarier than any of like the new movies. It's about a baby who they take the wrong baby from the hospital, and so they bring a monster baby home, and then the monster baby kills his sister. Yeah, that's like a PG-13 Goosebumps story and shit like that.
Yeah, that's quite shocking.
Bro. Before we go, is there anything you would like to tell the people of Melbourne, Australia? Any words of wisdom that you could give them?
No.
We're doomed. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
Words of wisdom. No, I don't think so. I'm the wrong guy for that.
That's cool, man. Well, thank you, man, for coming on the show.
Yeah, thanks so much.
I appreciate it a lot.
No worries. It was fun.